My name is Nkechikwu Azinge. I'm from Nigeria and I'm on the IL course, that's International Economic Law. I chose International Economic Law because when I was about to start my undergrad, I felt like I always wanted to do something in economics, given the idea at my A-levels. But then the uni I went to did not give me that option. So when I was coming for my master's, I was specifically looking for a course that would give me some understanding of the economic system in the world. The course is really interesting. When I started at first, I thought it was quite dense. And it required a lot of reading, a lot of extra study and a lot of extra study time too. But then starting with Julio Fondes and Selintan, they made it really easy to understand. We had like a whole wide range of modules from banking to intellectual property, but then I went for the second core module. There's the international corporate governance and financial regulation, because I feel like everywhere in the world you hear now, all you hear about is corporate governance and financial regulation. So that's what's going on in the world right now, and I felt like I was going to be missing out if I didn't go with that course. Yeah, and I'm also doing employment law, which I think is really relevant today. I found the lecturers here really helpful, especially Alanil, the employment lecturer. He's not just a lecturer on, he doesn't just relate with us on a professional basis. He takes it down to the personal level and takes you for coffee alone to get to know you better, get to know what your weaknesses, your strengths is, and tries to help you. And he evaluates what you've done and gives you feedback. Before I came here, I was serving and working with the Securities and Exchange Commission. I was a legal assistant at the Director General's office. Basically, it was like a lot of research. Like we had to do research into like investment in Africa, women in the boardroom, a lot of intense research. And like to an extent, it was difficult to keep on top of it because sometimes we had to close like 12 o'clock at night. And I just done my undergrad, so it's like, how the hell am I supposed to keep up with this? And it was a lot of like reviewing memos that people had done, like really top people in the organization, reviewing the memos they had done, and it was quite challenging because these are people who are like the best of the best, and after doing your undergrad, you're forced to review their work, like what can you fault them with, really? So it was really challenging from that perspective because it made you do like deeper research, going into things that you probably never have dreamt of delving into. And then there was also the probe, that's like the public hearing, so it exposed me to quite a lot, I think. The skills I gained from work definitely complements the theoretical perspective, the theoretical work I'm doing here at Warwick, because like when I hear terms in class, they are not basically new to me. It's something that I've worked with or worked on, so it's quite easy to catch up with the work in class because like I've dealt with the practical aspect. So I think that's what I would say, and then especially with financial regulation bit, the financial regulation bit of corporate governance, it's like I can basically like visualize it when I'm reading the textbook. After my LLM, I'm still contemplating going back to work, but I think the stronger part of me probably wants to do a PhD and then probably end up as a lecturer, maybe here, maybe in Nigeria, maybe anywhere. But yeah, that's what I think I really want to do.